Bonjour tout le monde, aujourd'hui nous allons apprendre la langue française. Le début de la langue, c'est toujours l'alphabet. L'alphabet et la prononciation. In English, we are going to learn French alphabet and the pronunciation. So alphabet, we will learn deeply how we pronounce each alphabets and their pronunciation and also the accents. Tout d'abord, on va apprendre les prononciations de l'alphabet, the pronunciation of the alphabets. A is pronounced as A in French. A. Okay. A is pronounced as A. B is pronounced as B. C is pronounced as C. D is pronounced as D. E is pronounced as E. F is pronounced as F. G is G. H. I. J. K. L. M. N. O. P. Q. R. S. T. U. V. W. X. Y. Z. Now you can repeat it with me. A, B, C, D, E, F, J, H, I, G. G is pronounced as J. Pardon. J is J and J is J. K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now we are going to see final consonants are usually silent. For example, Paris in English is pronounced as Paris in French. Paris. We don't pronounce the letter S. So it will be pronounced as Paris. However, the consonants C, R, F, and L are usually pronounced at the end of the words. So if the word is ending with, for example, if the word is ending with C, for example, sac. So we pronounced it sac. Here we will pronounce the last letter. If the word is ending with F, for example, we have oof. We pronounce it oof. So here we are pronouncing the last letter F. For example, bonjour, 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 bonjour. So here we are pronouncing the last letter R. So in these letters C, R, F, L, we pronounce the endings. For example, for L, hotel, hotel. We don't pronounce the last letters. However, C, R, F, and L are usually pronounced at the end of the words. We have already seen the examples. Now we have common exceptions where the last letter can be heard include. For example, these are the exceptions. Haute, cinq, sept, huit, neuf. In these letters, in these endings, we have the last letters are consonants and we are pronouncing the last letters because these are the exceptions. Now there are accents in French. E with the accent aigu, E with the right slope on the E, we pronounce it accent aigu. Accent aigu when E is pronounced as A. Accent grave, then there's a left slope on the E. We pronounced it accent grave in English, but in French we say accent grave. E with the chateau is basically circumflex. This is accent circumflex. E with the two dot on the E is trema. We pronounced it trema and the pronunciation of E will be same. C with the leave this sign in the below of the C. We pronounce it sedil. This accent is known as sedil, and C pronunciation will be s, soft sound when there is a this symbol on below the E. So accent aigu change the E pronunciation in A. This is A with the slight stretchable sound. A like frère, mère. E with the chateau is same pronunciation. Trema is same. We don't change the pronunciation. And when there is this symbol below the C, we pronounce it soft sound C. So, Cedil change the C into K into S. So, K sound change into S sound when there is a Cedil. For C followed by A, O, U, C will be pronounced as K. S sound followed by E. When C is followed by E or I, the C change into S sound. For example, here how you will pronounce français, 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 français because there is cédille below the C. So C sound change into S sound. Français, garçon, laissant, ciel, c'est, ce n'est pas, glace, citron. Okay, so here all the C pronunciation will be soft sound. So, like S in English. H is not pronounced. H is not pronounced normally. For example, hotel is pronounced as hotel. Homard. Like in English, we say homard, but in English, we will say omar. Omar. We will not pronounce the last letter consonant, so it will be omar. This one, horrible, Henri, hôpital. So here we are not pronouncing the H letters. Q, it has hard K sound. So cans. Okay, cans. Instead of so, we will say cans. Quatre, quatorze, qui, quitter, cinq. K sound is there. For Q, we pronounce it K. R is sit at the back of the throat with the tongue at the bottom of the mouth. In English, the R makes the tongue go up. It sounds like a softer version of a cat trying to get rid of a fur ball. For example, r, 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 like gargle, when you do gargle, there's a throat sound. So, travail, travail, garage, carotte, râpé, tranche, hiver, printemps, réservé. Okay, so there is throat sound. You will learn bit by bit. Okay, you will learn it gradually with the practice. Now, th is pronounced just the, which is why French native speakers have a lot of problem with our th, and you may hear that they say that and very. For example, on we say Thursday, they say Thursday. Okay, instead of that was the theory on Thursday. The fourth, although I haven't heard these sentence too often, you can see that in English we say the, in French it will be they, they, Thierry, Thierry. Okay, Henri, cathédrale, cathédrale, théâtre, ton. Okay, so we don't pronounce the, instead of we pronounce it the. U is pronounced as u, u. Okay, like sur, on. Okay, for example, jus, université, urbi, urbi, jupe, musique. UI is pronounced as oui, oui. For example, huile, cuire, suivre, lui, nuit, puis-je, puis-je, nuit. Bravo, you have done excellent in pronunciations. And in the next class, we can learn vowels pronunciation, and slowly we will do complete all the things in terms of French. We are going to make a series of lessons from beginning to the end. So in this series, you will learn from A1 to B2. If somebody is there who wants to learn from me, you can subscribe my channel and like, share.